Welcome back to Air Crash Chronicles, the channel that dives deep into the world of aviation disasters to honor the victims and shed light on crucial lessons learned.
Welcome back to Air Crash Chronicles, the YouTube channel that investigates the history of air crashes. Today we will be diving into the tragic story of Turkish Airlines Flight 981, a known design flaw. On March 3, 1974, Turkish Airlines Flight 981 was flying from Istanbul to London with 346 passengers and crew members on board. The flight was operated by a McDonnell Douglas DC-10, a popular aircraft at the time. However, just moments after takeoff, disaster struck. The rear cargo door of the plane suddenly blew off, causing explosive decompression and severe damage to the aircraft. The pilot struggled to control the plane as it rapidly lost altitude and crashed into a forest near Paris, France. All 346 people on board were killed instantly, making it one of the deadliest air crashes in history at the time. But what caused the rear cargo door to blow off? It was later discovered that the DC-10 had a known design flaw in its cargo door latching system. This flaw had been identified by the aircraft manufacturer, but no action had been taken to address it. The investigation into the crash revealed that the cargo door had not been properly latched before takeoff, causing it to open mid-flight. The force of the wind rushing through the open door was enough to rip it off its hinges and cause catastrophic damage to the plane. The victims of this tragedy included people from all over the world, including Turkey, France, and the United Kingdom. Among them were families, children, and business travelers. The crew members on board also suffered greatly. They had no warning or indication that anything was wrong before the cargo door blew off, leaving them with little time to react and attempt to save the plane. In the aftermath of this disaster, changes were made to improve safety measures in the aviation industry. The DC-10 was grounded until modifications were made to its cargo door latching system, and stricter regulations were put in place to ensure that aircraft manufacturers addressed known design flaws in their planes. Changes. The investigation sparked blame on Turkish Airlines and Douglas itself, since both were at fault for different parts of the crisis. The airline had failed to station an engineer on the ground and had reportedly rushed the training process for the DC-10. However, McDonnell Douglas knew about the flaws with the door design, and an NTSB directive after a similar incident had not been implemented. TK 981 went on to become the deadliest single aircraft crash for over a decade, until the crash of Japan Airlines Flight 123. The aftermath saw several design changes to the DC-10 to prevent such crashes and renewed scrutiny of the design process. 167 passengers flew on the Istanbul to Paris leg, and 50 of them disembarked in Paris. 216 new passengers, many of whom were supposed to fly on Air France, British European Airways or Pan Am, boarded TK 981 in Paris, resulting in a 30-minute departure delay. Some passengers canceled their tickets because of delays or a lack of seats. The majority of the passengers were British, including members of an amateur rugby team from Bury St Edmunds, Suffolk, who were returning from a Five Nations match between France and England. Notable people on board were Briton John Cooper, who won silver medals in the men's 400 meters hurdles and the 4x 400 meters relay at the 1964 Summer Olympics in Tokyo, 12, and Jim Conway, General Secretary of the British Amalgamated Engineering and Electrical Union. 13, Group Captain Kenneth Ken Doran, DFC in Bar, and his wife also lost their lives in this disaster. Ken Doran led the first RAF bombing raid on the 4th of September 1939 against the German Navy. The story of Turkish Airlines Flight 981 is a tragic reminder of the importance of safety in the aviation industry. It serves as a cautionary tale for all of us, and a reminder to never forget the victims and their families. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time on Air Crash Chronicles.